my name is Everly and I'm going to be cooking old-fashioned peanut butter cookies. This recipe calls for 1 cup peanut butter, 1/2 cup unsalted butter, 1 cup brown sugar, 2 eggs, 1 1/2 cup all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 1 teaspoon vanilla. Let's get started. So I'm dipping out the peanut butter for the cookies. It is really hard to get out. So we have 1 cup of peanut butter here. I think that's good enough. So while I am washing my hands here, I'm going to tell you a bit. There is a trick you can use. You take a cup, you fill it with water, you put it in the microwave just to get it nice and warm. Then you pour the water out so that the cup is still warm. And then you put the butter in it, and then it gets kind of warm and it makes it easier to melt. You turn it upside down with the butter in it. I'm drying my hands. So, fill it up. Okay, so this may be hot, so I'm going to use a oven. Yeah. There we go. And you don't have to unwrap the butter, you can just put it straight up like that. And then you can just flip it upside down. And that should help it melt. So while the butter is melting, I'm gonna get my flour and my eggs ready. So since our full cup here is already filled with peanut butter, we are going to use the 1/2 cup. And we're gonna do that 3 times because we need 1 1/2 cup. So we're going to fill this. Okay, now I'm going to do my eggs, and we need 2 of them. I usually crack them on the counter or the bowl. That works. Make sure we don't get any shells on there. There we go. Okay, so right now I'm going to measure my brown sugar, and I have a 1/3 cup here, and I'm going to put 3 of these in. And I need to pack this down tightly. So you want to like smush it down, get it in there. Maybe a wee bit too much. So when that happens, you just scrape it around, and then you're done. Then you're going to put it in here, and then do it again. Shabam. Now we're going to put our butter in. Very melted. I'm going to put that full stick in. And this is a 1/2 cup. So, there we go. So I'm going to put in my vanilla into the eggs, and then I'm going to put that in the bowl. So I'm going to get the vanilla. It says we need 1 teaspoon. I'm just going to use the cap. That should be good. I'm going to pop it in. Screw on the lid and get this fork. And I'm going to stir this around. going to put this peanut butter in here now. And you can see that there's not very many lumps. You want it nice and smooth. So now I'm going to mix this all up. Wooden spoon. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the baking soda and the salt, and I'm going to add them into the flour, and then I'm going to dump the flour in there. Need 1/4 teaspoon salt. Find the 4th. So we get our bacon and salt, and we're just going to pour it. Now we're going to get the baking soda. This is very full, so we don't want to let it go out. Gonna pour it into there. That's that one. Just gonna mix it up some more. So we're gonna want like no white showing because we're gonna make them into little balls. Put them on the cookie sheet. You don't want any of the flour showing. So I'm going to take the dough stuff. I'm going to roll it in a really good ball. If it doesn't roll like this, then you probably need to add more flour. We added about 3 tablespoons more flour because ours was very not rolling smooth. It was sticking to our hands. So we're gonna dip it in sugar, just kind of roll it around. You may want to roll it more into a ball pattern. There we go. This is the fun part. So now we get to do this. I think the oven just got done preheating. You do a little fork pattern. Don't you just love this fork pattern? It's just like my mama does it. So I have my mix on. This just got preheating. You're gonna put it in for 350. Yep. Cookies and we're gonna put them in the lower one so they won't burn. Let's close this up. I put on a timer and we're gonna set it for 10 minutes. There we go. Okay. There we go. And we are going to open this up. I think only the bottom tray is done. The reason that these are lighter is because we used light brown sugar instead of normal. So I'm going to do a 5-minute timer for the second tray because it got put in about 5 minutes after.
Cool.
You're going to want to put these in a cool place or a cooling rack. That way they can just cool down. You get 10 old-fashioned homemade peanut butter cookies with a cute reusable pail for only $7.